The mimosas kept flowing like nothing fragile was happening. Aunt Marlene lifted her glass and toasted my mother, Linda, for her business sense. Uncle Grant leaned back and mused aloud about where to park the windfall municipal bonds, maybe something aggressive. My brother Ryan sat with his phone angled low, already calculating his share, already spending money that didn't exist yet. Honey-glazed ham filled the dining room, sweet and heavy, mixing with perfume and imagined wealth. I sat there with my fork halfway to my mouth, watching my mother accept applause for selling property she didn't own. The Lakehouse, the one I'd bought 4 years ago with my own savings. Double shifts, skipped vacations, grocery lists trimmed to the bone. The same place my family had mocked as a money pit until summer weekends arrived and suddenly they wanted it. 3 serious buyers, my mother said, voice smooth and practiced. The Carsons offered $2.3 million cash. Close. In 30 days. I told them we'd entertain higher offers through Wednesday. My sister Tessa squeezed her hand. You're amazing. Finally getting rid of that money pit she keeps dumping into. Money pit. Sanctuary. When do we get the money? Ryan asked, refilling his champagne. Mom's smile sharpened. After closing costs and my commission because I handled the wholesale we should each clear about for 56 of them. My house carved up like ham. I set my fork down. The clink against the plate sounded louder than it should have, like a warning bell no one else heard. Mom, I said evenly. What are you talking about? She waved me off. Don't worry about details, sweetie. Real estate isn't your strength. I'm fixing your mistake. My voice stayed flat. Who signed the listing agreement? She hesitated just long enough. I did. A flicker crossed her eyes. As you, she added. I'm acting on your behalf. Power of attorney. Silence fell hard and fast. Ryan stopped tapping his phone. Tessa's hand slid away from Mom's. Someone coughed. The clock over the mantel ticked, suddenly audible. My phone buzzed. Leela Chen. On my way. Don't say anything yet. The doorbell rang. I stood. That'll be her. Leela arrived with 2 uniformed officers behind her, badges catching the light. My mother's brunch turned official in a single breath. Miss Reyes. Leela said calmly. Mom. Stepped into the hallway, smile slipping. This is insane. I'm her mother. Leela lifted her tablet. We reviewed the listing agreement, the seller's disclosure, and the attempted title transfer. The signatures are forged. The air shifted. Ham and perfume turned sour in the doorway. My aunt's mouth stayed open, forgetting how to swallow. One officer looked directly at my mother. Ma'am, did you sign your daughter's name without authorization? I was helping, Mom said quickly. She doesn't understand real estate. I spoke before the anger could shake my voice. Officers, I did not authorize a sale, a listing, or entry to my property. I didn't sign anything. Leela continued, precise. Mrs. Mercer, you used a spare key to let photographers and a staging company into a house you do not own. You accepted earnest money from 3 buyers. $150,000. Total. Tessa made a strangled sound. Uncle Grant slowly lowered his glass. The second officer produced handcuffs. Ma'am, please turn around. My mother grabbed my wrist. Elena, please. I'll fix it. I was doing what was best. You were doing what was profitable. I said quietly. You broke into my lake house. You forged my name. You planned to hand out my money like party favors. Leela angled her screen so everyone could see. For context, Miss Reyes owns 7 properties. Total portfolio value is approximately $4.2 million. The lake house is titled solely in her name. Purchased with her funds. 7. Ryan's phone slipped from his hand and hit the runner. My mother's face collapsed. The cuffs closed with a clean, final click, and her sob broke across the hallway like glass when the cruiser door shut. The house went unnaturally quiet. My relatives hovered with champagne flutes frozen midair. You're really doing this, Ryan said, voice cracking. She did it, I replied. She forged my name and took deposits. Tessa's eyes shone. It's still Mom, and I'm still her daughter, I said. That didn't stop her. Leela glanced at her tablet. The buyers are being notified. The earnest money will be returned from Mrs. Mercer's accounts. She's already spent some. She'll owe the remainder $38,500. Numbers. finish what emotion couldn't. I opened the front door. Cold air rushed in. Everyone needs to leave. They filed out, avoiding my eyes. Tessa hesitated on the porch like she wanted to argue, then turned away. Ryan followed, shoulders rigid. When the last car pulled off, my hands started shaking. I gripped the banister until my breathing slowed. You okay? Leela asked gently. I'm finished being manageable, I said. 6 weeks later, I sat at the Lakehouse with new locks and cameras. The spare key was gone, replaced by codes only I knew. The dock I'd repaired rocked beneath my feet while the lake caught fire with sunset. Mom took a plea deal. Probation. Restitution. A fraud conviction that would outlive every apology. Most of the family blamed me. My grandmother mailed a card that said, "Proud of you always." I poured coffee, opened the folder for property number 8, and smiled at the steady line of my own signature. What's mine is mine.